An early morning fire sent 2 people to the hospital and several family pets were lost over the weekend.
The house fire posed several challenges for the Cleveland Fire Department, including a fire hydrant that wasn't working. Cornelia Nicholson explains.
Melted books, burnt sandals and clothes, and a destroyed house. That's all that's left after a house fire on Saturday. Now the family is forced to live in tents in their backyard. From the front, the damage may not look like much, but when you get to the back of the house, you can see just how much the fire wreaked havoc on this home. The residents didn't want to speak on camera, but they say they were asleep when the fire started around 6 a.m. Saturday. Cleveland Deputy Fire Chief Pete Van Dusen says when crews went out, they could see smoke from the station.
When they arrived on the scene, there was fire in the rear portion of the house. It was heavily involved at that point in time.
Van Dusen says it took about 2 hours to battle the blaze, and they ran into some challenges during it, like the hydrant across the street not working.
That hydrant appeared to have possibly been run over at some point in time, so we don't know when that happened.
I spoke with Cleveland Utilities, who tell me the fire hydrant was last inspected on March 18, 2020. They had a serviceman look at the hydrant today who says it appears the hydrant was hit. They just don't know when. They think because it's leaning over, it's pressurizing the hydrant, making it hard to get the water out. Van Dusen says crews were able to use the next closest hydrant.
You lose a few minutes, and time is precious when you're trying to fight a fire, but I wouldn't call it a major setback.
He says the major challenge they faced that day was from the heat.
Put a guy in about 40 pounds of bunker gear and an air pack that weighs in the neighborhood of 20, 25 pounds, and he can't sweat. The sweat doesn't evaporate and things like that, and it really decreases our efficiency as firefighters.
Van Dusen says they were able to get help from Bradley County Fire and the Highway 58 Volunteer Fire Department. 2 people went to the hospital with injuries, and the family told me they lost 4 of their dogs, including a 1-month-old puppy, from the fire. The cause is still under investigation. The family is now left devastated with the loss of their home and their 4 animals, and now they're unsure of what's next for their family. In Cleveland, Cornelia Nicholson, Local 3 News.